Hello, and welcome back to Dice Droppings, Song of Ice and Fire role-playing game, Chronicles of House Weirlight. Hi, House Weirlight.
Hello, narrator.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, Chris.
Hi, stranger.
Yes, hello, yes. It has been a little bit since we've played. There's some key differences you might be able to spot. Hair length, like beard length, hair color.
Light colors. Some of us traveled different place in time, and now we're in the future.
Glasses.
The lighting is all pink.
Yes.
That's me.
It's true. Bailey lives in the far dystopian future. Instead of the dystopian present.
There's a difference. For sure.
Take
future
mood
should
lighting.
one of them.
It said, "Oh,
In the future, everything's pink.
That's the big one right there.
Important.
But we're kind of ready to get back into it. So last we left off, it was basically a trial of days of predominantly the real kind of meat and potato of what it means to be a noble, which is to host parties, hobnob, and sort of make deals behind the champagne and fans that sort of alter the flow of the lives of small folk. They don't know why or how these things happen, but we do, as we are privy to it. The youngest members of House Weirlight, predominant, were to flirt and be flirted with by many possible suitors. Many decisions have to be made. More pressure, of course. More direct pressure is put on our heir due to the fact that he is an heir and he has certain responsibilities. And of course, the ever overwhelming societal pressure on our eldest daughter to find that man. Though, of course, the most of the base nobles of the Westeros, of course, believe like, well, it's just a man selects a wife, but we all know that is not true. I mean, it's not true anywhere, really, but especially not for the Reach, and especially not for certain intelligent and ambitious women. So they've had to sometimes endure, or just go through the motions of hobnobbing. We've seen both Lord and Lady Vivian fully engage in the I said Vivian. Wow, Weirlight.
It's true.
Freudian slip.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Fully
Mr.
enjoy their own festivities. Mostly having fun, but some deals have been made here and there. Even Naimora, the protector, who seems being moved to her new noble rank of knight. She is a Sir Naimora, Dame if she wishes, but I think she prefers Sir, if I know correctly. Yeah, is able to actually have more freedoms at this party, able to actually engage at her own will, which is a new beast for her to conquer. Used to being the sworn sword in the back, is now technically peerage among these nobles. Not as high ranked, but worthy enough to drink and talk with. Something that she has found, I think, somewhat difficult for her to grasp at the moment.
Big yikes.
A little bit, big yikes.
Mhm.
However, while all of this is going on in a completely different world, the maester and steward of the house have been thrown in disarray, trying to find more and more details about this possible curse of House Weirlight that is slowly starting to reveal itself. That possibly might not only be old and well known, but starting to really reappear in the world. Where our Clarissa, our steward, and Thorsten, our maester, have been experimenting and finding out certain details and saving young heirs from possible. I mean, no one really knows what would happen.
No. I found a flower. That's all I know.
Yep. You found a flower, had a trippy vision, and then
Yeah, that was weird.
Clarissa was talking to you.
That was it. I'm sure nothing will come of it.
Thorsten
It's
drank
fine.
some blood tea, you know.
Yeah,
Yep,
that was weird.
Thorsten is continuously using himself as a lab rat.
That's just
to-
weird, Uncle Thorsten, you know?
Yeah.
You know, in the grand tradition of the
Fine.
Hippocratic Oath, you know.
We're
Yeah.
fine.
With insatiable lust for knowledge.
Mm-hmm. And of course, the Lady Seward had her time to engage in these thoughts and experiments due to most of the party planning being taken over by another. A very strange foreign gentleman of really unknown where Nika Thraus is from, as his accent is odd, to say the least.
Undetermined.
But some plotting and noble intrigue was done by her as well, and she has secured herself a
Betrothed.
marriage, essentially. Hasn't happened yet, but it is secured. One more thing to not have to worry about. And to one of our very own, who is quickly became one of the most favorite NPCs in this game.
I still like my guy, man.
Mike is the best, for sure. Mike is number one, but a close second.
Cord, you mean Cord was Aaron's.
Cord was mine. Micah was
Yeah.
Viv's.
Yeah,
But Jaren.
Jaren.
I had Kale.
Poor Kale.
I came around to Kale at the very end. He was cool.
Yes, it's true. But everything sort of seems to be going well. We've met some new characters, gotten to hear from some old, and the festivities should be, over the next few days, are going to be should be enjoyable. We start with the joust, one of the many tournaments sort of being held at the name day celebration of the eldest Weirlight twins. And entered in is, of course, the heir and current sort of seen as a jousting prodigy of Henric Weirlight. And a lot of people are really, really, really eager to see if it was beginner's luck and to never have
I
to
am
talk
too.
about him
Let's
again. So yeah, let's just sort of immediately get into it. We're going to do a series of it's called a test. We're doing a series of rolls to see how well you do in your own tournament. The thing is you have to actually win a tournament. There really isn't a ton of pressure on you to win, but let's see how well you can do. So we're mainly just going to be doing a series of 2 rolls. Which is the first roll, of course, is the attack, which you are going to be making a fighting test with bonus dice from Spear specialty will apply. You will take a -1 dice to your fighting test due to it being a charge, and then we'll see the results. So, Henric, as we sort of will begin to see a montage of you lining up opponents. And let's see if you'll be knocking them down or they'll be knocking you down.
Training montage.
That was going through my head right as you started it.
10. Excellent. Excellent. Very good. So, and then I will need you, of course, make a animal handling test
Okay.
to keep your seat.
Use my ride, correct?
Yes. 16.
Nice.
Phenomenal. Yes, you absolutely move further. We definitely see like 1 or 2 riders brought low by your spear. Let's keep it going too, and the difficulty rises just tads. So once again, let's get a fighting spear test out the way. Beautiful.
Nice.
And animal handling ride test. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like another knight falls like to Henric's lance as he moves up the brackets. People are cheering.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's very much very
Reflect.
akin to like that the tournament in Karate Kid where you just see him fighting all the kids going through because this doesn't matter. We're waiting for the fight against Johnny.
Yeah.
So let's see if you can make it up into the final bracket.
Okay.
So here we go. 12. Okay. And then an animal handling. 12.
Another 12.
That's pretty good. So you just, after a grueling match, managed to just make it in. You are tired and a little beaten down and a little worn down. And your squire, like Felix, is just banging dents out of your armor. And like just trying to move as quick as you can. So some people you recognize have gotten fairly far in the rankings. Others sort of disappointingly fell to the wayside. It seems like Layden kind of got knocked out of the tournament just before he would have made it into the final bracket. Unfortunately.
I didn't want to fight him again. Okay.
Mm-hmm. However, someone who has been really, honestly, fucking soaring through the ranks has been this sort of low knight of little renown of Sir Birdsong. Because apparently when you make a veteran cavalryman a knight stats, apparently he becomes a little broken.
That's my boy. Yes. Oh boy.
So he has been doing well, and of course it is sort of revealed to you because he does come up to you at one point. It's Jaren, your which you haven't seen in quite some time because he had to. You basically slept most of the way back to being escorted back home from King's Landing because God was that entire ordeal exhausting and traumatic. But he has, of course, he's not really a house guard, right? So he's your foreign guard. When you leave the castle, that's when you see them. You haven't gotten to see him in a while, but apparently he did become a knight from that whole thing, which didn't super surprise you. But he spoke to you for a bit, gave you a manly greeting.
A man breath, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
But so he's been doing very well, and he's in the top brackets. Your opponent that you are actually going to be going up at this point approaches you, and it's a Lannister.
Oh, it's this guy.
This guy?
And you see a tall man, and you kind of recognize him. It's the guy, he has the golden braid. It's that guy that sort of got yelled at by Nymora and got a little humiliated by the Primaris' bodyguard.
Right.
That's this guy.
Yes.
That was good. Yeah.
Which last time when I was trying to remember his name, apparently everyone screamed his correct name, and me being on 7 drugs was just like, no.
It's okay.
No,
we like you anyways.
It's all right.
Was it issue?
Issue.
Is it issue?
It was
yes.
issue. Yeah. That was the issue. There we go. Okay. Well,
so issue Lannister, though he seemed kind of like a prat to you, this guy knows tournaments. This guy is obviously very skilled. His armor actually is like a purposely designed, like most people are wearing like family armor or wartime armor. This guy has like specially designed tournament armor. It just seems different that there are certain like weird like markings and holes in strange places. Like it's been designed, and this guy clearly knows what he's doing as he has been moving through the ranks pretty effortlessly.
Make a mental note to have like specialty designed armor for different events later on,
Mhm.
landlord. Yeah, it's definitely
Sure.
a goal of mine. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Got a different
Um,
nameplate for each thing.
Yeah, yeah,
He,
for
he
sure.
also has like this big, like essentially like furred lined collar with this red like tail going all the way down from the top of the helmet. It looks very Leonin.
I'm sure it does, but it must be like horrible because like we're still in summer in the
Well,
Reach.
being in metal armor isn't great, no matter
Yeah,
really
but fur on
where
top of
you
it?
are. Yeah, it's like a lining, right? It's not like it's inside,
Ugh.
but he seems when he takes his helmet off, he doesn't seem very put down by the
Must.
heat at all. No, he seems fresh as a daisy, really.
Mhm, mhm.
And and he actually comes up to you, and he goes, my Lord Henric. We weren't formally introduced. I am Issue Lannister, and he puts a hand out.
I'm shaking. No, right, of course. I believe I saw you before near the.
Yes, you did. I wanted to.
Right.
I wanted to apologize about that interaction.
I can't remember why. I wasn't the one you insulted, and even then it seemed like you.
Oh, right, but this is your house, and your lands, and Sir Nymora was your knight. Now I know the Bravosi isn't yours, but it is. They were guests here, and they were under your guest right. I just wanted to apologize for my behavior. And he kind of speaks a little quieter. He goes, I was an ass. And
yeah, but
he nods, like, you can say it.
Yeah.
I was an ass. Well, there were several excuses I can give, but none that I want to worry you with. But I just noticed we were going into the brackets, and I wanted to put forth that hopefully we can start over, and of course, no hard feelings when I beat you.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Agreed. And when I push you into the dirt, or perhaps when I just want to remind you that woman who threw you into the ground a little bit earlier, Nymora did train me. So I feel like that's any telling. Then this will be fun no matter what. And I appreciate your apology. I really do. And it's good to have you here. And I'll shake his hand as well.
Yeah, he smiles, and he goes, "Grand. Well, I hope we can see more of each other. I do enjoy it down here. It's absolutely beautiful. I was hoping for a bit stiffer competition. I heard Reach Knights were some of the most renowned tourney knights around. Haven't seen a lot of competition, but then again, I have yet to joust you.
Exactly.
Hopefully, you can reclaim your territory's reputation."
Do my best.
But I would love to visit here, I think, more often. It is gorgeous. Your lands are truly beautiful.
Well, you should come down. We would love to host you. Of course, you seem most welcome here.
Excellent. I will take you up on that. Don't want to keep them waiting. And he bows and turns, and his long braid sort of like flips with him. And he walks off. And you gotta admit, dude is dressed to the nines. He is.
That I love it so much.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite the tens.
Not quite the tens. He's dressed to the nines. He is all his clothing absolutely succinct, excellent. He has these like golden bracers, and there's like one chain that goes down to a lion's like ring on his middle finger that has the chain embedded into its mouth. And in his right hand, he has a ring on each of the things on either side of his ring finger. So his index and
nice rings too. Can I imagine it? You're Vivian's voice in my head. What is his like lineage again? Was he like not? He's not the heir to Lance. But he's like real closely connected to that.
He's
right?
like third in line.
Yeah,
Red line? Okay.
so I will tell you right now. Issue Lannister would technically be saying would be fourth in line for the for Casterly Rock. However, he already has 2 keeps under his. Like you have been
Okay.
informed of this. He already has land. He has keeps. He has men. He is, and though
He's
technically
already
not
like a lord. Or
yeah, I mean, he's not the lord of his house, right? Because
Right.
Lannister is a huge family, but he is the lord of 2 castles already, and he's the heir to another castle, which is his father's castle.
He owns land and he pays taxes to the king. That's how it goes.
Yep,
Yes.
that is what it is.
I feel like this is like the ultimate play in Monopoly. It's like, yes, I just have 3 castles. It's just
I'm one short of a hotel. Damn it!
There we go.
Yep, and on like one of his lands has like iron mines, and another is gold mines. So like,
Oh well.
guy does pretty well for himself. Clearly, from the way he dresses. Yeah, I mean, being a Lannister obviously comes clout, but you met plenty of Lannisters in King's Landing, and not all of them really display the wealth of their house.
Seems like he's done something with his money advantage. I like
Definitely.
that. Okay.
The guy obviously has that Lannister pride to him.
Okay. Cool.
But he seemed, when talking directly to you alone, seemed pretty nice.
See if I
but here
can't
we go.
kick his ass in his tourneys.
Let's
go.
see if I can. Yes, as both of you are paraded out in front of the bustling crowd, seeing as this is sort of higher up in the brackets, a lot more people are kind of more interested. The lower kind of brackets of the tournament, most people were like, like there's jugglers that are spitting fire. I kind of want to look at that. These peacocks are nice too.
They are. Oh, those butterflies just in the parlor. Oh yeah.
Yep. There was a short time. Well, actually, you know what? We'll get to that later. But so you see each other, looking at each other, meet each other down the straits. Felix hands you your lance. He gets handed his, which of course is ribboned red and gold. And you notice his symbol, instead of a roaring lion like proper Lannister, it's just a lion's head, which probably basically symbolizes like it's he's not a main branch essentially.
Yes.
So you charge each other. So let's get those rolls.
Could I use a destiny point to get an extra to get a bonus in my fighting?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Do that.
Good work.
Yes.
Okay.
Aw.
Yes.
Well,
I did that. It's a 19 for
Holy
my
crap.
fighting. And I'll just
Yeah.
Just stay on your
you know.
horse.
stand the
Yeah,
horse.
that's great.
Stand the horse.
That's amazing.
Ooh, barely. Maybe. Let's see. I need to re-roll that one.
Ooh, okay. So 14. Yeah. So. You didn't choose what your attack was. Was it high in the saddle, eyes fixed, defensive, braced, aggressive? No, because you didn't. That means it's just the baseline one. Which
Yeah,
you can
I guess
do,
it's
that's
like
okay.
regular attack
All right, excellent.
for now.
All right, so. Okay. So, wow, we've done this enough times, and yet my brain is immediately like, what do we do?
it's been a bit.
All right.
It's been a hot minute.
Did he used to roll ride?
Yes. I mean, he did. He rolled animal ride. So, playing strength of thing, playing on track. Okay. So, let's see how many degrees were scored. So you got a 19. I mean, that's really fucking good. I believe I believe that is, let's see, that's 3 degrees. Yeah, I think so.
Sweet. Hot.
It's passive. Okay, so what's your that's the thing we can do. What is your passive animal handling? That's the one where we do the thing.
I think it's. I know I have scored 3 in it, so let me check. Yeah, it would be a
And then
Okay,
you
so
also have
that's-
the ride bonus dice, which
that's gonna be
Jack-
passive
12.
12 plus the
And-
2 ride bonus.
Plus the 2 ride bonus, so that's 14. Excellent. Okay, so all right, so okay, so and you got a 19. Great. So you actually only got 1 degree of success on him. Yeah, unfortunately.
Jesus.
He's got good animal handling. But unlike a lot of the other knights. But yeah, but you got a degree of success. Now and he got exactly 1 degree of success on you. Now, unfortunately, my man, you have rolled a 7,
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
sucks.
which
Yes,
means you have failed.
Ooh.
Well, he hasn't rolled
There-
his
okay.
animal yet.
Yes,
So.
Yeah.
that's true. Now, do you want to use any of your destiny points to re-roll that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. Because with 1 degree, you need to get a 9.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
Okay.
I can do it. I can do it. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
All right. Do I just re-roll flat?
It would just be animal handling with ride. Yeah, it's just the
Okay,
same. It's
okay.
it's the same roll. Yeah.
Here we go again. Ooh, all right.
Okay. Yes, you are still in the game, as they say.
Nice.
Mwah.
Nice. So, he got 10, which is enough to stay on. All right, so you guys do a pass. People clap. You reset. Go for it.
Okay. Here we go.
Mm.
Not
My
a
destiny
great
point
showing from issue.
Or my destiny point. It's flat again, right? For the regular for spears, I have to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
That's the wrong thing.
Just need 1 degree.
Oh man. Okay.
18. Yes. That is
Nice.
exactly 1 degree.
Ooh,
Yeah.
take it.
Issue's hard to hit.
Gee. All right.
He's real good at this. So that's 1 degree, and he misses, unfortunately. Not a critical miss. So he slams against your shield, but it just nothing happens. But you get him, so he's got to make an animal handling test, and hopefully, not horribly fail. Nope. He's still up. So you pass each other. Now, yes. Yeah, so far it's only been 1 degree, so we haven't been able to apply any damage because your armor just absorbs all of it. So yeah, set them up, rock them out, roll them out.
Okay.
Are you doing any aggressive or whatever? Never mind.
So apparently
You had already rolled.
Apparently not.
Nope. I forgot to say that. It's been a while.
Apparently he's good.
I figured I'd ask.
Thank you for asking.
All right.
Ooh, so is it-
All right. So but it's still only 1 degree.
Oh, yeah.
9
So-
or higher.
Oof.
I
Good
did-
roll.
Yeah, I'm not
Good
thinking
issue.
aggressive next time. See if we can get him off.
That's enough.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. And since you guys only been doing 1 degree, you haven't been dealing enough damage to take any damage. So yeah, we're coming on onto the fourth pass, and
This is so familiar. Oh my
a little
God.
bit. And some people seem pretty excited for it. All right, let's go.
Okay, now rhyme aggressive is when I can add a +1 or 2 to my
So
attack.
it's your choice, actually. You can apply a +1 or 2 to the results of your fighting test and subtract the same amount from the result of your passive animal handling test. So it's easier for you to be hit, but you deal more shit when you hit. You're more likely to hit better, essentially. And then there's braced, which is essentially the opposite of that.
Yeah. I'll do a +2. It's just +2,
All
not,
right.
not died. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Let's do
yeah.
+2.
It's great. +2. Let's do it.
Go. 20.
So 22.
Sexy.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So both of you got 2 degrees. Actually,
Oh my
he got a little more because your went down to 12. He got 3 degrees on you.
Damn it.
So you need to make
Hmm?
a 15 animal handling test, or you will be
Okay.
unhorsed.
Okay.
And he needs to
that's
make
not
a-
possible.
And he needs to make a 12.
Okay. Here we go. What wasn't that bad? Okay. 4.
Issue makes his.
17.
Henric, you make yours. All right. You both thwack each other. Henric, you literally feel your back hitting the rear of your horse, but you hold on and manage to sit yourself back up without falling. Felix checks you to make sure you're okay. Now,
Yeah.
you guys have, I think, I managed to deal some actual damage to one another. So, you got 2 degrees of success. What is your base animal handling?
Animal 3 or
3?
yeah,
Or 3?
passive 12. Yeah.
So that means you do 6 damage, which 2 degrees of success, which means you deal 12 damage, which is more than his armor can absorb. So he takes some dots from his health. Now he hit you with 3 degrees of success,
Mhm.
which means he has dealt you -10 from your armor, dealt you 11 damage.
After the -10?
After the -10.
And then my combat. Oh, wait.
Now you can mitigate these, right, by
Catch your
taking
breath.
injury. By taking injuries, you sort of mitigate damage equal to your I believe it's your, what's that term? It's different in every game. Endurance.
It's endurance.
Yeah, because I have 9 health, so that would take me out. So
Yeah, you probably don't want that then.
No,
So you can take an injury, and you would
I'll take an
lower
injury.
that. But so what's your endurance?
My endurance is I think 3.
It's 3. Okay, so you take 1 injury, and that would reduce from 11 to 8.
Okay, take that.
You take that? Yeah. So you got thwacked. You're like, and and the fact that you're injured, you're kind of like, as you're sitting up and you're kind of resetting. You're kind of breathing a little weird. There's a weird noise when you're breathing, and Felix is
Got
like,
me in like that same place that I got like punched in the ribs a bunch of times a couple
Yep.
weeks ago. Yeah. Oh
Mhm.
damn it. Yep. Still
Yep.
there.
Yep. And Felix is like, Lord Henric, are you okay?
Fine. Yeah, fine.
Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Good.
Okay, he kind of like reaches
Felix,
in and
I
like
keep going.
helps
Good.
bang it out a little bit, and he's
Thank
just
you.
like,
I'm
I mean, are you sure?
yes. I'm fine.
Yep. It looks like they're about to signal the next go, and Felix like hands you a lance and goes, "Okay."
Yeah.
Had a question.
Yes. What's up?
I was wondering, it's like, isn't there like a catch your breath thing between passes? Obviously, if they're about to do it now, he wouldn't have it for this, but
Right. So between passes, yes, knocking dents out of the armor, things like that. It sufficient for a catch your breath action. You can make an endurance test, and each degree of success removes 1 point of damage essentially.
Okay.
So yes, thank you for actually bringing that up because we've never really done a lot with the damage thing during tournaments. Thank you for bringing that up. So you can actually do that as you're kind of talking with Felix right now. So if you just make a base endurance test, and depending on how well you do, you can remove points of damage.
I'm not a combat person, so I'm like, I don't know what this is. I just know it exists.
Yeah, no, I'm very glad you brought that up. It's the first time we've really had damage in this game. Usually it's
normally
mostly
just, like,
one successful. Usually it's just like 1 degree, 1 degree, 1 degree, 1 degree.
Yeah. Or someone gets knocked off or fine. It's like, oh, it's intense. Okay.
Give us
Sorry,
that
what?
endurance.
So you make an endurance test.
Yeah, okay. These. Oh boy. And that's
Just rolling.
endurance didn't go down, just regular test. Okay. Straight.
Yeah.
Oof.
Hey, so that's 1 degree of success. So you remove 1 damage. So
okay.
way to go.
All right. I have
Better
2,
than
guys.
you had.
2 health right now. Make it count.
It makes the difference.
It does.
Hey,
really
that's
does.
double what they had, man.
Hey, I am still in this game, so I'm counting.
So, here comes the pass. Here we go.
I would like to go aggressive again for 2 points.
All right. Aggressive it is. All right. Issue gets 1 degree.
Come on.
That's 11, which will not hit issue. So he gets you. Please make a TN9 animal handling test. You are great. You are good. You are perfect. We come around to the next pass. Let's do this. They begin to charge again. The horses at this point are beginning to foam at their mouth. Are you doing aggressive again?
Yeah, I'm gonna do another one.
Okay, so that means issue gets 2 degrees on you. With a
Nice.
+2, that is just enough to get 2 degrees on issue as well.
On the ish.
On the ish.
Ish.
Now, here's the thing. He got 2 degrees on you, which immediately means he is going to deal -10 from your thing, 4 damage to you.
Okay.
If you take another injury, that will get rid of 3. So you'll take 1, which is the one you essentially just recovered.
Yeah.
But you'll have to take another injury to do it.
Okay. Injuries go away like after like 2 days. Like it's 1 day per injury, or
they're very easily treatable, especially since you have a maester. The big wounds are the scary one.
Yeah, I don't want to do those. Yeah. Okay. You cut to. See, I said I wasn't going to, but now I kind of want to. Yeah, I'm gonna take another injury. Sorry, guys.
Okay. You gotta do animal handling first.
See if I can stay on my horse before I do this. What do I need to get?
A 12.
See.
Beautiful.
Okay.
All right, and now issue needs to get a 12 as well.
Oh, bud.
13.
Sorry.
Now, let me just check something real fast.
I can do up to 3 things. Okay. Yeah, I should do catch your breath.
He's only able to do them up to his endurance rating.
Yeah, 1 sec. So that's I have to calculate his damage, and that's actually 7.
3. Or 2. 2 degrees.
So 4. So 4. Yeah. Actually, he's got to take an injury.
Oh, 2.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so he was doing eyes fixed, which increases your damage dealt to him, essentially.
Oh.
So he's got to take an injury to make that not as bad. All right. Do you want to maybe make an endurance test and catch your breath as
Yes,
Felix
I would like to do that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go for it. While you're kind of catching your breath, we do sort of see there are several people here, of course. Any of you guys can state you're here if you want to be. And we do see interspersed through the crowd some of the ladies that our Henric has been talking to. We do see Lord Hightower sitting with his daughter. They both seem very interested, and he's got Baylor's already has a huge smile on always, but he seems to be enjoying himself, and he's actively talking with Allura, his daughter. Allura seems like she's kind of like this, like, yes, but she also really looks like she kind of just wishes this was over.
She like stressed out or like kind of like panicked or like just bored?
She looks neither that, but she's more just she looks worried.
Anxious.
Yeah. We see Desmira very much almost the opposite. She is like literally yelling, "Come on, Lord Henric!" What's that? I thought you were supposed to be good at this. Come on, get it. She's a lot more like just like hit him with the chair ish.
Yes.
Scarlet. And then we do see Scarlet. My dear girl. Blah blah blah. My brain just shut off for half a second. Fucking Mariella. Wow.
Yes.
My brain. Would you say you're there?
I would say yes.
All right. Well, we'll see. Are you sitting with Scarlet, perhaps? I know you two have become friends.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, some of your other friends there. Then you would definitely see Scarlet. She is doing very well at not reacting to when things happen. But there is this sort of thing where she literally hasn't looked away. Everyone else has sort of been turning and talking to people. Scarlet hasn't said anything, and just is staring. And occasionally you see her like saying something quietly to herself, not quite being able to hear it, but maybe because it's not quite auditory, but she is sort of mouthing.
And I don't have Clarissa senses, so I wouldn't even be able to like pick that up.
No, not really. But she is kind of doing this thing with her hands that you've seen her do a couple times. It's usually when she's thinking really intensely about something, and she's sort of doing it now. She does this thing where she sort of rubs her like middle finger and her thumb together.
Okay.
And she usually, because Scarlet will either, when she's talking, she'll usually have her hands like this, and then occasionally sort of display in a sort of elegant, charming way. But she does sort of do this weird thing with her hands. It's sort of a tell that I think you've earned what with I think what you've had like 3 different intrigues with Scarlet.
Lots of interactions with her. I want her to be my friend.
You know her as well as a person could probably know Scarlet Primarius without being fully in her her council.
Yep. Is Layden also with us? It's like, am I with the Primarises, or is it just I'm with Scarlet?
No, it's probably just Scarlet. Scarlet seems to be like interacting with other people, right?
Okay.
She's socializing.
Does this mean like Desmira is near us? Because like,
I would say Desmira is probably like 2 rows ahead of you.
Okay.
But she's definitely turned around and like talked to you, Mariella, for sure.
So I've had a rough introduction to Desmira now.
She didn't actually introduce herself at all to you.
I imagine
Scarlet
I imagine Scarlet on the side is like Desmira.
Desmira Redwine. Yeah. She is immediately like Desmira Redwine, and you're like, no, okay. She obviously knows who you are because she's referring to you about your brother, and she's referenced that's your brother.
We look
but she
really
has
similar.
she has yet to at all introduce herself
Yep.
whatsoever. She's just talking to you.
Cool.
But yeah, so we've kind of going that. So what did you get for your endurance? 8. So you get another health back. Woo!
Yay!
Way to go, bud.
Back to the same spot. Ooh, there we go.
All right, what are you doing? What's the game plan here, man?
All right.
We're getting into a high pass rate here.
Getting
bud.
into it. I don't. See, aggressive is the only thing that's actually doing damage to him. But there's nothing where like I can take away the amount of damage he. Well, I guess there could be. Take
So
away damage he does to me.
now there is so not really. Now you can do defensive, which you can apply a bonus of 1 or 2 to the result of your like defense essentially.
Mhm.
So it's instead of having a 14 base, you'd have like a 15 or 16, right? But the sort of hit of that is it does subtract that from your fighting. So
right.
that would lessen the effect and lessen the chance that he could like get more degrees of success on you.
Mhm.
But at the same time, it seems like the only way to really probably get this guy down is by dealing. So it's sort of like what is the like? Do you want to be more defensive or do you want to be more
Give and
aggressive?
take, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm already kind of doing what I would do with defensive, is just staying in longer. But that I really just got to get this guy down. I feel like so.
You want to try and put him down, go all out.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going aggressive. Right?
All right.
Is there a way
all
to do
right.
more? No, I'm kidding.
Yep. Excellent. Way to go. Here we go.
Oof, not great.
He also got not great.
It's really
However, unfortunately, because you did lower your passive test because you're going aggressive, he did get you, but unfortunately, a 12 will not get issue, as his passive is quite high. So I need you to make an animal handling test again at a rank 9.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You did it. You did it. Good work.
Yeah.
Excellent. Another pass if you want to try and make a breath.
Endurance, please. So get that back. Thank God I didn't at least take damage this time. Hell.
Nothing. Great.
Oh my God. Fuck.
So, wait.
How?
He rolled 3 1s,
Oh my god.
and he has a -2 because he has 2 injuries. So that's a 1.
Oh my God.
For every degree, it's TN 0.
Oh my God.
So actually, you know what? I think I've been doing. Oh wow, I read that wrong. That's my bad. So you still get 1 health back. In fact, you're going to recover 3 because I forgot you actually got more when you got over 5.
Okay.
That's my bad.
Sorry.
That's awful.
That is a shit roll.
That's really
so
bad.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
really bad.
that is really, really bad.
That's 3 1s. So, however, I am going to add a little consequence to that. Not mechanically, not to this joust. But you're gonna like start coughing.
Mm-hmm.
And Felix gets you like a handkerchief. And you cough and spit, and your spit is like a little red.
Oh God. Okay.
And you're like, you're feeling your side, and you're like, ah.
Yep.
And the thing about issue, and it's something you haven't really noticed until this moment. He's hit you in the same spot every time.
Oh, he's a bastard like that.
Okay.
Normally, people you aim for what's best. He seems to be able to get you in the same spot, or at least right next to it, every time.
Okay.
Quick question, Anthony.
Yes.
If I remember correctly, you're only able to do the catch your breath up to your rank in endurance, correct?
Yes. This is his last time.
Yep.
No, I've done it 3 times, so this is
Yep.
it, and it's a really shit one. So hopefully, oh boy, more.
Good luck.
All right.
May this have
Yeah.
a favor for you.
Thank you, Father. All right, last one. Here we go.
Last one.
All right. All right.
It's not the last one, but yeah.
The last one. We'll see how many times we have to go.
Are you doing aggressive?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Be
All right.
aggressive. Be aggressive.
Oh boy.
Ah,
I'm dying here, yeah.
No, you don't die. You just don't hit him. But if you were doing it, were you doing aggressive? You
Yeah.
said? All
Yeah.
right. Then he does get 2 degrees exactly on you.
Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunate. So please, well, first, so he's going to deal 4 damage to you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you take that? Yeah.
I can. I have 5.
Great. Cool. Now you need to make a TN12 animal handling test.
Okay. Okay.
exactly. Nice.
Wow. Yep. By the skin of your teeth.
I'm so
Yes,
hurt.
you managed to barely hang on. And we are in our 7th pass.
My God, how long was the one
Um,
before 9 with us? It was like between Oberyn.
Well, you and Oberon was 6 passes.
Okay.
We've now surpassed that.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was more big of a deal because Oberyn is literally like world famous, and
Right,
Izzy
right,
Lannister
right.
is like a good guy at local tournaments. So
Mhm.
a little different. Still really skilled. It's just Oberyn is a much better spearman than you.
Mhm.
Issue seems to be a better writer than you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, essentially.
He's a
So
good writer. Shit. Okay.
yeah, good work. Here we go.
I'm gonna
Lock-
try aggressive again. Fuck it.
Pop it, lock it.
Pop it. Poppin'.
Come on, bud.
18. By 2.
He's been doing it by 2 every time, so
I'm doing it by 2.
will assume 2.
So
18, great. Yep, you get him. Sorry, got it. Boop. 16.
Yeah, it's
1 degree. So you each got 1. So you got to make a TN9.
Yeah.
This is just going.
Well, oh shit.
And Henric is unhorsed.
I'm sorry, guys.
In the 7th pass, Issue hits you in the same spot, and
This
your
guy.
your eyes go white as everything flips, and you land, and you see Henric is unhorsed in the final bracket of the tournament. Though everyone gives a large applause, you can definitely, I mean, Issue is like definitely hoisting his lance, but you definitely can tell it's less for Issue and more for what everyone just saw. Essentially, this 7-pass tournament, which is sort of I mean, 7's a sacred number in this.
It is.
Or
So,
it's
you
like-
know, if anything, this was planned. Yeah, we got this.
Yep, a lot of people are clapping. I think everyone's.
Can I get up on my own? My okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's a little rough,
You're back.
but no problem. If you want to get up on your own, you're a little beat up.
Mhm.
I just want to make I just want to have you make me. I don't think you have any specialties in endurance.
I think I do.
No.
Yeah.
Just make an endurance test. It's gonna be pretty low.
Okay. See if I can get better than the 3
Yeah.
ones.
I believe in you.
Okay.
Yeah, 9.
little better.
Excellent. Yeah. It was TN6. So yeah, you managed to get up on your own and stand up. You feel real sore.
Yeah, it hurts.
And not great. Felix kind of comes over to you. You're kind of moved off. You wave. Some people are making eye contact with you, Henric, and clapping. Like they, good. So a lot of people are calling out good show. The dual Issue is just very. He seems very proud of the fact that he just won.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, this means you got 4th place in your tournament. But you know what? That's still good placing, actually. So
I can't
for
win
your
my own
2nd tournament
You have
ever.
to be bad.
It would be,
showmanship.
yeah. I mean, it would be cool, but like, it'd be a little.
It's all right. I don't need
I mean,
that.
you being the heir, it's not as bad as if like Tedric won it. That'd be weird.
Oh yeah.
That'd be like, wow, that's pretty fucking self-indulgent.
I
But
don't need that one. I got the big one a couple weeks ago. Fine.
yeah, so you are cleared out of the way. There
I don't like lose my horse, do I? Or do I have to pay it back, or is that
you do.
something here? Okay, all right, sure. I'll do that later.
You lose your horse.
To pay for
Issue and your
okay.
armor.
How much?
However, issue when you you do the thing where you're like, all right, hey, hand over armor. Issue goes, Henric, as we are, lords, men of skill, honor, land, I don't feel quite right making you pay me for your things back. How about we'll do this more informally? How about you introduce me to your sister?
Oh, you shit.
Okay. I suppose I'm not sure that I don't think there's any shame in paying for that, but I think
Great at the ball. How about at the ball tonight?
Night. Oh no, she might be busy. I'm sure.
All the more reason why I would need your introduction.
Well. Very well. Just an introduction, though. I cannot guarantee what my sister will do or say. I'm sure.
Henric.
Together.
Like my lord, of course. Merely asking an introduction. You see, I just think
happy to oblige.
Thank you so much. So, your armor, and and of course your beautiful horse. It was good jousting against you. Might want to have that looked at. And he kind of just points at your chest and then walks away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Horse. Damn it.
Yeah. When everything is pulled off and you do open, there is just a solid knot of purple near your diaphragm,
like the size of a grapefruit.
Oh yeah,
I'm imagining
easily.
like in that with all my, it's just like that purple gnarl, just like sunken in. God.
Yeah, it looks really bad actually, and it looks not good. Thorsten, you are called from your tower.
Down the blood tea. Please help.
You are enter Henric's tournament thing, and you see him shirtless, leaning back in a chair, and there is just a knot of purple in his near his diaphragm.
I sigh and immediately get to work.
Excellent. Yeah. So,
is this a diagnose or because
No.
I know it's a bruise?
No, he tells you what happened.
Yeah, hit a bunch.
The bad blonde man hit me.
Oh, it hurt.
This would be a treat injury test.
Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
Go ahead. I'm like racing.
2 injuries.
There
Yeah,
we go.
that's more than enough. You heal. You would heal both injuries. So in 2 days, Henric, every day that passes, you will be able to just remove an injury.
Okay, cool.
Then that's a day of rest.
Yes.
What?
A day
Imagine
of rest.
Thorsten's name sheet. I don't. So like some light horse, some light riding,
Rest.
and like. I mean that's. It's restful for me. It's very relaxing. I'd say.
But that's
so.
not restful. What I'm telling you is rest.
Damn it. Oh.
And I give him a little bit of milk up the poppy for the pain.
Gives a little symbol.
Delicious.
And it helps.
Mhm.
Excellent. Very well done. Now, for those of you who are interested, who does place in our tournament, the third place is held so that there are 3 tiers of winning essentially. The third place of the tournament is a masked knight who, interestingly enough, does not reveal themselves when they receive their winnings. According to this, the second place is Issue Lannister.
Who beat him? Who beat the man?
The winner of the tournament with a disgusting 4 degrees of success roll is Sir Jaren Birchsong.
Yeah!
Just disgusting.
Really glad I didn't fight him.
Yeah.
Jaren is to horses what Tiedric is to two-handers.
and what Thorsten is to
Well, it's not that. It's not necessarily. I mean,
Knowledge
it's just
rolls.
that because veteran cavalrymen get certain abilities, right? So those abilities are in Jaren's
Skill set
sheet.
Mhm.
Because he got elevated to a knight of quality, he gets more tacked on and more stuff added on. And I'm just like, oh my god, this is a way to make NPCs because holy shit, Jaren is scary now. I mean, he was like a skilled fighter before, but now he is like definitely like there. He's up there.
Congrats on your buff husband.
Thick boy.
Thank you. Yeah, for sure. Not those things, but it's just it's just the abilities he now just has tacked on. If he goes to war for y'all, which he will,
Ooh,
it's good.
like
But he gets the winnings, which I believe is 10,000 gold dragons. What is it? Something like that. Yeah. So hey.
How excited is Clarissa right now?
Yeah, Clarissa.
Beyonce.
Clarissa, you're muted.
I'm not. Hello.
Oh no, you're not. Okay, hello.
Crack the chat.
How you feel? You see Jaren win and get handed by Lord Tiedric 10,000 gold dragons.
Yeah, I feel like she looks at her dad and smiles, and that's it. She doesn't say anything about the topic. Just
He
he
is definitely beaming, like hell yeah.
yeah.
And he leans over and he goes, "I'm like, it's a good thing I let you marry him."
Yes, you definitely let me marry him, father.
He nods. Jaren accepts with grace and humility. Tita, do you say anything as you present this sort of gold, this kind of red golden chest with a big ruby made of your house symbol filled with gold dragons to Jaren, who is a sworn knight in your service and was once one of your cavalrymen in war.
This shows the greatness of the Reach and the Weirlights. Though it may not be one of our family, it is one of our men.
God. Good though. That was good.
Yep. And
Congratulations.
Yep. He takes it and then bows deeply, and then he will turn because he's kind of people are looking at him to say something, and he will kind of raise the box above his head, and he will call, "The Reach endures," which is sort of the kind of call after the of Reach Pride after the War of the Usurper. And so most people here being from the Reach all just immediately call out, "The Reach endures!" And a bunch of people are raising glasses. A lot of the non-Reach folk are like, "What?"
That's something we say.
they all look real confused.
Not in
but
on the joke. It's fine.
Yeah, but everyone else, you guys definitely included, you're just, "The Reach endures." Issue is like, quaint. Yeah, so he, but he, afterwards, and everyone's kind of clearing out, he does come up to you, Teodric, Sir Jaren, and he goes, thank you again, Lord Teodric, for everything, for sponsoring me, and for the land that I will do well with. I swear to you.
I rarely make bad decisions, but this is a good one that I have made.
He goes, I will live to ensure that.
Good man.
And I think also, I think he goes, he looks like he wants to like ask you something, but then is like not sure if it's rude or not. And he goes, well, I am sworn to you, and my life is to you, and I accept these winnings gladly, and I know exactly what I will use them on this very moment. But do you need me to return any of these for any reason?
No.
I goes, I didn't think so, but I felt it was my duty to ask, as I do live for. I do live for you.
You earned them.
Too good for this world.
Sure.
He bows and he goes, you honor me.
He's gonna die now. He's too sweet.
So, I will now say what was originally just going to sort of be like a house and some like stables and outhousing for the lands of the Birch Song, gonna be a little more now.
You got keep. Woo! You got a nice house. That.
Actually, let's see. Actually,
I do
actually
have
we can see later.
I do have a random
what's
question. Where did Garland place? Because he was participating. Or do we not know? Is it mysterious?
Is
the mass night.
Is it mysterious? So you actually don't remember Garland jousting at all.
Okay. Got it.
And you do remember him when he was first showing up. He did say he wasn't going to joust, and then later he did offhand mention that, "Oh, I'll be in the joust," and but you did not see them.
Got it.
So the tournament was very exciting for a lot of people. Lots to do. The melee was fought with a lot of vim and vigor and verve and other V words. And let's see, who was the winner of that? Oh yeah. You do hear results as they were sort of happening, not at the same time, but I think if are any of you interested after the end of the tournament, it does seem like the melee is about to conclude. Is anyone interested in catching the end of it?
I am.
I'll go to melee.
Nora, Teodric,
Out of curiosity.
I'm not injured.
Curious to see if the winner at the end is Teodric coming up from behind.
Last night, it's Teodric. Don't reveal myself.
He just can't stop himself.
Come on, I'm the boss. I'm the boss fight.
Now that you've won the tournament, the real fight begins.
He's the masked fighter that you didn't know was in.
The winner won't show up to pick up his gold. I'll just keep this.
Yeah.
We have sent the gold out to the winner.
So Henric,
I would also like to watch Melee. Is my favorite event.
I know it is.
Stop.
So right now you see there are you're kind of coming into the end of it. It's a pitch fight. There are because it's the end fight, so there's like 5 guys fighting simultaneously. And it looks like 2 are already down, and 3 are like kind of almost equally facing off. And at one point, you see that there's a man with an eagle helm, and he is currently fighting off 2 other like armored knights. And you see the eagle helm knight like grabs his blade and plants the like guarded pommel into the side of the helmet of one, which knocks that one down. The other knight grabs his blade and throws it from his hand, and then they basically just begin to punch each other. I think until the third knight gets up, charges the Eagle Knight. The Eagle Knight steps out of the way, knocks that one down a bit, and drives his helmet into the other one's chest, essentially, seemingly taking out the charging knight. The other one doubles over from the pain. That knight literally grabs that knight, picks him fully up, and essentially just falling suplexes him. He then spins and gets up with a bit of thing, and people cheer and call. And taking off the eagle helm, we got the winner, Sir Patrick Mallister. And as he takes his helmet off, Nymora and Tidric, this look in his eyes, just kind of as it slowly fades and he's slowly calming down. You've seen it before. It's like battle fury.
It's the adrenaline.
It's
calming down.
when you're
into a
in
rage
a pitched
flashback.
fight in a war when there's just shit all around you and you just hyper focus on living and winning. It seems like, and the only people who get that generally are seasoned warriors, and it definitely seems like this guy is definitely one of those.
PTSD.
Edith and Nymora definitely understand that.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, Henric, you've been in a fight. You sort of don't immediately recognize it, but you are like, oh, that guy can fight. And his curled black hair is a little more kind of more out of his face now. It's a little more up, and just has sweat dripping down his face. And he's just kind of looking around. And some of his men come over and touch him, and he looks at them and nods, and they get him some water, and he walks off. Tidric, now it's your job to present the prize for this tournament there, and you present it to Sir Patrick Mallister.
Sir Patrick Mallister, to a fight well fought and overcoming all your foes, I present you with your prize.
In a mount.
Good, no, good cover. Yeah, he accepts it and he goes, "Thank you, thank you, my lord. I think it was an honor." And he just nods, and you just hear really aggressive claps off to the side, and you see his dad, just stone face, no fucking emotion, but just and a lot of people are congratulating him and talking to him, and he's just not saying literally anything. He's nodding at them. He's like, and he's just sort of trying to get away. But before he does leave you, Tidric, he just says, "Thank you again for the invitation. It is a grand celebration." And then he just looks away and nods, and then just
And I nod
walks
back.
off. And then he just walks off. All right. So
I will, at the end, I will hold up my arms and just let out a yell,
Mhm.
stirring up the crowd.
Yeah.
Can I-
everyone goes,
Oh gosh.
Can I
Region
ask someone to just go get that man a drink? Get him some wine. Bring him something. Otherwise, he is going to have a meltdown somewhere behind the latrines.
Yeah, you definitely do see a runner run up to him with a goblet of wine, and he does look at it and take it and nod and just goes and just it's gone. Like a man from the desert finding water. He just drinks it down, hands it to his footman, and then just walks off towards his tent to disarmor. So we cut to later that evening. everyone is sort of. It's been a few hours. Henric, you've had time to rest. As most of the knights and participants in all the physical activities of the day have essentially just passed out in their tents for a bit, or just have been drinking since that time, and gotten time to wash, freshen up. And of course, everyone changes for the evening portion of the name day celebration before the final day, which has, of course, the name day hunt, and then everybody leaves. However, there is essentially like a ball tonight. The grand hall, the grand keep, which normally fill with tables. All the tables are moved to the side to make room for the dancing. And gosh, is there a lot of dancing? There is, of course, lots. These are, of course, in Westeros. There are many, many, many dances, and for all the dances in Westeros, multiply them by a factor of 5 for the dances that are within the reach. And many dances are on display. Currently, we are seeing a Linné, which is sort of a dance that's based off of twisting ivy, and it's sort of a many partnered dance. Lots of nobles are dancing it. And it doesn't seem, no matter how drunk many of these Reachmen get, they all know. Listen, I could do a Linné blind drunk.
We're a bunch of pansy, prancing ponies down here. That's just what we are.
It's true. It's very true. The few Westerlanders who are here don't seem to mind it much. But yes, many people are dancing, engaged. Henric, you've managed to actually bathe, and your midsection is still a little sore, but you feel better. And of course, now when we see the dance floor as everyone's sort of coming in, do we see Tedric and Vivian dancing?
Of course.
Yes.
Excellent. Yes. The
Tedric is in a elegant outfit, rings on every finger, and a stylish half cape.
Yes.
Yep. Henric, when you come in, you see your father is
so much.
have we already had the presentation of the twins yet for this full oh my god, my dad
I think
wearing my
not.
half
I
cape?
think
not for the beginning of the ball. Not quite yet. The ball has started.
Okay,
You two haven't been
Okay.
You two haven't been introduced yet, but we do see the Lord and Lady dancing. This elegant dancing. I mean, Vivian. Tedric looks 10 years younger.
Oh, I love it.
Still, of course, the dark colors of the evening. The Linné ends, and it goes into a chanson, which is a partnered dance, but does have a flow coordinated. And of course, you two know it. You know it very well. I mean, you danced a chanson the night you met. We see this sort of lovely dancing. So if there's anything you two want to confer to one another about the so far events of the thing, now is the time, as no one will be able to really hear you as you dance.
Good. So are there any young ladies that you enjoy for our Henric?
Oh yes, the girl, Allura.
Oh.
And the Lady Primaris' daughter.
Scarlet.
Scarlet? Yes.
Interesting. Well, they're both beautiful young ladies.
I even took a bit of a shine to the red wine girl, especially at the tournament.
I have not had the pleasure of introducing her. She seems to be everywhere and nowhere all at once.
Yes.
So it's very interesting. But that is good to know. Well, Henric seems very enamored with Scarlet. But thing he's told me about her is how beautiful she is, and that is not at all discrediting her, but he hasn't said anything else about her. Now, of course, I mean, I'm thinking about a lot of things all at once. And I have not had an opportunity to speak with Alora, but she seems
She is a beautiful, lovely young girl.
Yes, that makes me so glad, because... Well,
I actually introduced them.
Did you? How did it go?
I got out of there at just the right moment.
Good. What else? No, I think Henric, well, I don't think he'd really admit it. I very much think he would be more leaning toward a very pretty wife. So those two would be at the top of the list. Actually, who piques my interest as well? The Ashford girl. She is a delight. She's so sweet. And of course, aside from that, of course, well, I won't talk actual politics until a decision's been made, but those would be my favorite three. Would be the Ashford girl, whose name I literally can't remember.
Ashella.
Thank you.
Could have kept it that way.
Yeah, Ashella. I mean, Vivian would know her name. I have breeding on blood.
Yeah.
Yes, Ashella, Ashford, Allura, and Scarlet would be my favorite of the three. But of course, as always, Henric would have to make the final decision. But
Of course.
though I will say, Henric has had a thing for blondes.
Yes, this is true.
But we won't have to think too much on it. There is one thing I did want to bring up to you, my lovely husband. Garrick. He's been nervous because he knows he's leaving after the ceremony is over, and he did let know that he wanted to spend some time with you before he left. So I think you should take some time with your son.
And as you say, it will be done.
All right. Now, have you scared off any young men from Mariella?
Oh, I'm certain a few of them got the point.
I see Patrick won the melee.
Yes. Yes, he did.
I see this conversation is completely different.
Well, I shouldn't be taking it out on Patrick of what his father did, so.
No, I don't think you should.
No.
And
So Patrick, yes, he did. His father, is a completely different subject matter.
Well, he is his own man.
Yes.
I know that. I think that. I don't know. Every man should be able to shine his own light outside from under their father's shadow. I think you would agree with
I
that.
agree. Yes, I do.
Besides, he was just an option because Mariella doesn't. I don't know if Mariella even has an interest in boys. She doesn't say anything.
Well, you, my dear, are a bit,
Lovely and perfect, and your wife.
Yes, of course. And for Mariella, could be a bit challenging to talk to on certain subjects.
I would find that more believable if she
For
was
Mariella.
not very opinionated.
Like I said, certain subjects.
Sure. Well, you're her father, and she seems to prefer you over me, so what can I do except raise her? But all aside, I do love you, dear, and this has been a fantastic evening.
Yes, it has.
And I'll kiss him.
Oh, you're kissing.
I interrupt. Yeah.
I were to say something and she just kisses him. Great way to shut him up.
It is excellent. So we pan away for them in the greater crowd. Words. I have words. I know words. Now, Clarissa,
Yes.
are you here?
Hopefully not.
No. Where would you be? then?
I'm in my office.
What
For
are you
sure.
doing in your office?
Hiding.
Hiding?
There's so many reasons to hide. Yeah, I feel like she's like, I got all my paperwork done. I don't like this feeling. So I'm just gonna stay here.
No, so
Pretend to be useful.
So you're not down there trying to dance or see what's going on.
No. That's not me.
That's not you.
That's not me.
Understood. Okay then. What about you, Thorsten?
Well, now that I was pulled out of my my tower, I am gonna start to go through and just kind of see it. Not necessarily like mingle, but I am gonna hang out down here for a little bit and just keep an eye on things.
There's a lot of free alcohol, so
Yes,
I mean,
which is always good. Scratch it. It's always great.
And food.
There we go.
You know,
Yes, food is important.
decadent food. All right, so you're kind of hanging out down here. Okay. Yeah. So I think we're going to. There is a break in the dance at one point, and suddenly a lot of the lights get weirdly low as like these footmen up on like ladders begin to sort of like dim them with these pot lids, and and everyone kind of turns around and suddenly these two mirrors sort of light up with a lot of reflected light. And yeah, oh yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Worse than I thought.
This is so awkward for Mariella. It's like, oh no, I'm the spectacle.
Henric loves it. Mia Zarin hates this so much right now.
And the lights sort of trail up this long grand staircase, and sort of revealing. You kind of hear a voice from the darkness, like now presenting the reason we are all gathered this day in honor of their naming day, like Lady Mariella of the Weirlight and the heir to House Weirlight, Lord Henric Weirlight, now man and women grown, and light kind of erupts onto you and your outfits as flames sort of erupt around you. What do we see?
Are you all set?
Mari, you want to go first on this one?
I've had to go first for a couple of them. You can go first this time.
Yeah, I can go. It's all right. I can go. You describe it so much better. That's why. Okay. Henric has on a mostly white outfit with the sort of like this kind of like beige, light, almost khaki colored tight-fitting pants. Some longer, those like suit tunics that they're really popular in the beach and everything. White shoulders, sort of have like with this golden embroidery on the cuffs and a little bit like on the lapels a bit. And there's also some like very large but sparingly sort of embroidered Weirlights and just like some smaller like green and blue flowers sort of growing up around that. There's not that much, but it's very big, the ones that are there. And then also I've got this, I didn't know my father was wearing a half cape, so I also wore one because it's my thing. And I've got a nice sort of lavender half cape on my shoulder as well.
Excellent.
Is it made of flowers?
No.
Damn.
Though, actually, that's a good. It is kind of like speckled a little bit, so like maybe from a distance it does kind of look like these like it's made of lavender a little bit like that.
Yeah.
It's not. But...
From one side, it looks like there's nothing, but when light is reflected on a certain side, you see detailed flowers. Yeah.
Ah, there we go. See,
There we
there's
go.
this.
Nice.
All right, and what about you, Mariella?
Initially, it looks like a red into kind of purple dress, but on closer inspection, it looks like petals are kind of coalescing on her. This is the flower dress. So it's kind of like coalescing so that it looks like red petals kind of from the top, and then it kind of like transfers into like a purple material. So it's like she is basically walking flowers with red petals in her hair with red gems kind of securing them and how her hair is.
Excellent.
So she is the more saturated color tone compared to Henric.
Of course. Yeah. So and then suddenly, sort of as the flames kind of erupt to illuminate you, and the lights begin to slowly go up, people begin to clap, and you guys begin to, your cue is set, and you begin to walk down the staircase together. The moment you begin to move, there's sort of this great rush of like birds, essentially doves, that fly out from behind you, and all move well out of the grand hall, and it's this grand spectacle. And then these petals begin to rain down from the ceiling. Yet none of them ever seem to touch you, because apparently above you there are people with these massive sticks with these little tarps that are kind of keeping you guarded from it. Yet people can't even see that. It's just this rain of petals that don't seem to touch you, and you just kind of walk through it.
How am I going to outdo myself for the wedding? I don't.
I have my hand clasped over my.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And as you get down and everyone is clapping and like nodding, we sort of move outside of the castle to the sort of outside grounds area. No one's really out here besides a few patrolling guards off in the distance, their lanterns kept high on horseback. We see sort of in this like a dirt ring that we're very familiar with. In fact, it's one of the first scenes we saw when we were introduced to the family. We see kind of sitting on top of one of the barrister with a large bottle of wine. We see Weiss kind of sitting there, and approaching the corral is Sir Nymora.
So I don't really when I get close enough for her to see me, I do just kind of raise my hand, but like I think that she probably appreciates directness, so I'm really just coming here and getting straight ready to just fucking fight.
You do notice, though, she seems to have noticed you really before you were able to make her out. You realize she's been looking at you. You're not really sure how, because it's kind of dark out here and you're not wearing metal, so but she seems very cat-like in the way her eyes and the way she moves. And as you come out, she up nods at you. And she very lithely hops off and takes a big swig of wine. And as you kind of approach, she underhand tosses a pretty good distance the wine bottle, but your agility and athletics would allow you to catch it, and we have to roll anything.
I catch the bottle. I'll take a swig from it. And just, how shitty is the wine? Is it very bad or is it very good?
No, it's top quality.
Oh,
But she's just
excellent.
drinking it like it's shitty wine.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I take a larger pull from it, not expecting it to actually be high quality.
Yep. And you recognize
Um,
it though. This is like your house's, like it's your guys' wine that you.
I see.
Mhm.
That's fair. Then it's not really stealing if I drink it too.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
This is fine. It's like I
Well,
brought
there
it.
was also like tons of bottles out just for anyone.
Yeah,
to,
it
like,
was-
drink. So it's not like she's
Mhm.
stealing it. It's just she's definitely enjoying the free
Mhm.
the free alcohol.
Yes. And I'll toss it back to her. And you have good night eyes. You're going to have me at a disadvantage.
She nods and she goes, a lot of time in Bravos wasn't. It's actually safer to go out at night. Not always, kind of difficult to see if you're a man or a boy or a girl, you know. Besides, everyone dramatic wants to duel at the pool, and the pool, you only duel at the pool at night when the lanterns are lit for drama, so you get used to the night.
Everything in the Reach is done by the day. All the farming and all the fighting and all the.
Yeah, Westeros seems to stop existing at night sometimes.
It was when I spent a little bit of time in Dorne, and it depends on where you are, but it's so much more tolerable at night, the heat. But I
She
miss it
nods.
sometimes.
She goes, Bravos is hot as well.
So, do you want to stand around getting drunk first, or do you want to get to it?
I could do either, but if you're so ready to lose, and she kind of pulls out this strange-looking dagger with her left hand, and her right hand pulls at her side, and she pulls out what you to be known as a Bravosi blade. And
Okay.
you see her begin to walk and move, and her steps start becoming a little nonsensical to you. Like it's actually you're actually not sure which leg is which as she begins to kind of circle you. As it does seem the rumors were true that she is a water dancer.
God, it's like trying to watch someone walking while they're drunk. Okay.
And you notice she's currently wearing her hard leathers. Are you wearing what you've been wearing as a knight, or are you back in your hard leathers right now?
No, I'm back in my hard leathers too, because
I assumed.
She's going to be able to poke me if I wear heavy armor. I'm going to be too slow to try and catch her. So
there you go. All right, got your combat cheat sheet out. Are we ready for this?
I am gonna try. It has been a hot second.
The combat cheat sheet's in the handouts. Just in case.
I have it, and I have the PDF open now on 2 screens.
Yeah.
All right. So, and it is agility to determine who goes.
Yes.
Hopper?
Agility, quickness, if you have it.
No, I do not have quickness. I only have dodge.
All right, so you got 8.
8. It's garbage.
17.
Yeah, fuck. Holy shit.
All right.
She's a water dancer.
Yeah, speed is kind of her thing. She's got her Bravosi blade and left-hand dagger out, and she sort of kind of moves left and right and sort of steps. And it looks like she just takes 3 steps, but she closes the distance with those 3 steps incredibly quickly. But she does. She has to close the distance, which uses one of her lesser actions, and then she will strike out at you with her Bravosi blade.
All right.
All right. So beep.
I'm honestly not even sure if I want to win or not.
She got a 25.
Yeah, holy shit. Yeah.
So what is your defense?
Yeah, my combat defense is 12.
Okay. So she crit
Yeah.
by 2 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Which I believe means she adds a +2 to her base damage. Her which is just her agility.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2, 7, and that's oh god. Now we're doing degrees of success.
It's
Not now,
ridiculous.
Windows Threat Defender. Stop it. Now is not the time.
It's a threat! It's a
It says
threat!
his voice!
3 degrees. So that's 3 degrees of success. So that's and then your hard leather, I believe, it removes 3.
It's
an armor
3,
rating of
yeah.
3. So that's lowered by 3. So that means you only take 18 damage.
Okay. So I have to immediately take an injury, I think.
Yep. Now
So-
this is considered a sparring duel, so any injuries you occur will just be removed at the end of the fight. So
Okay.
it is just you. You guys aren't actually stabbing each other here.
No.
We've
We've got like the little pool, the Q-tips, the pool Q-tips on.
essentially, but
Mhm.
flavor wise, you don't.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, holy shit. So an injury takes down how much again?
Equal in amount equal to your endurance.
Okay. So my endurance is. I'd have to take. Jesus Christ. 3 injuries, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she
Okay.
just strikes out quickly with her just with her Bravosi blade, not with her offhand weapon, and you just feel 3 distinct taps on one on your left, one on your right, and one on your chest. Just 3 hits immediately, and they kind of like rock you. She moved at a pretty great speed.
Yeah, she did. All right. So I am going to
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
looking.
Like I'm for you.
I'm going to try to. She's already closed the distance.
Yep, she's
So,
right in your face.
I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna try and disarm her because I'm definitely stronger than she is. She's faster than I am, but I think I'm probably stronger than she is. And if I can get her weapon out, then I can just tackle her and just punch her in the face.
Okay, so
So it's my fighting versus her passive fighting plus 5,
yeah,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Okay, so
So-
I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you the DC.
Mm-hmm.
The DC is 25.
Okay. But it would still use my spear, wouldn't it? It would still use my.
If you're using your spear to do the disarm maneuver,
Mhm.
then yes.
Which
I
do I
will-
get? Do I get a special thing for spear fighter?
You took specialized. I know that.
Okay.
I don't
Okay,
know what else
um,
you took.
I have spear fighter too. I also lost Tony.
You lost me?
Mm-hmm. Yep, Serena
Well,
and.
I lost you.
Oh no.
So there we go.
Hang on.
I only see your beautiful bee. There you are. All right.
There we go. Okay. Oh boy. Let me rethink this.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. You could do a reckless attack.
Okay.
You
I could. You know,
That's gonna end so
Um,
fast.
it really is. Oh. Can I pin her? Can I try and pin her to the ground? That's a thing on the...
Yeah.
Is that it doesn't see, like, under grab it says requirements, weapon has grab quality, but under pinning it doesn't say anything. It just says,
Well, the pin is in the brawling section, if I'm not mistaken. So that means it's unarmed, essentially.
Under impaling.
It is.
Well, impaling is a different thing.
Yeah.
Impaling means
You first have to impale her, then
Impaling means this very rapidly stops becoming a sparring.
Yes, it would. Yes, you could try and impale her if you want.
No. Okay, I'm just gonna reckless attack her. I'm just like.
All right, so that's +1 dice to your fight.
And then so that's actually plus 2 full dice because of spear training.
Because of spear training, yeah.
All right. So it's a 26, and then plus another 2 dice. So the roll 2d6.
Okay.
29.
Well, because here's the fun fact. No, because of the bonus dice situation. Those 1 and 2 is worse than the 2 4s you didn't get.
Okay.
So it actually adds 8 to the roll.
And that's
a lot of
6s.
Yeah. So that's 34. Which
She's almost
I will
as
tell
deadly
you.
as I am smart.
Yeah, which I will tell you, her combat defense is 14.
And I have injuries marked, so it should do it automatically, right?
Yes, it
Okay, cool.
already did it. But yeah, that's 34 damage. Yeah, that's 20 bucks. So that's a crit.
That's a difference of 20 between.
That is a crippling wound.
Thank God this is just a spar.
With a dreadful wound in addition to the damage dealt, your target gains 1 wound. Injury cannot reduce the damage. If your opponent cannot take another wound, they die. All right. So what's the damage of your spear?
It's just my spear is 4.
4. Okay.
My athletics.
Times 4 is 16 damage. Minus 3 is 12 damage. Now this
13.
11.
What did I say?
16 minus
16
minus 3.
4 is 12.
4. Okay.
Yeah. So
we got there. We got there, guys. We got there.
Well, it would be 16 minus 3, which is 13. Either way, we were all wrong.
We got somewhere.
We got
a number.
It's 13. So she would have to take an injury to reduce that.
But she can't with the crippling.
But it says she can't with the.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
So which means
she just has to withdraw.
Yeah. So she comes in with a flurry of slashes, hitting you in several key points. You manage to move, but you definitely feel the injury. Tell me it's a bit of a back and forth, but tell me how you win, because the way you crit, she can't reduce it. So you're both a very similar type of fighter. You have high combat defense, and a good damage output, but you don't have much actual resistance to damage. You both
both of us have garbage health.
Yes, you both have low health and light fighting abilities, and light armor, right? So you're quick.
So I think what happens is that she comes in really, really fast and really, really heavy with those 3 quick jabs. And even though we're sparring and we're supposed to be fighting we're not aiming to kill each other. Like, there's a bit of like artful blood across like my cheek, glinting in the moonlight, and just a fuck off huge bruise like right in like my solar plexus or something that you can't see because it's not as pretty. But she came in so freaking quick, and I can't use the benefit of the spear of the reach of the spear, and so after just trading like back and forth, just like lunging at each other for a couple of minutes, I just close in as fast as physically I possibly can and drag her down onto the ground and get the haft of my spear up against her throat and just put her in a Nelson on the ground.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you do it. And she like definitely she's like gritting her teeth, baring her teeth at you, like, but not in like a smiley way, in like a
No, I'm going to bite you if you come close to me way.
Yeah, very much so. And you kind of hold her spear there, and she looks up to you, and then you hear like her blades drop on the ground, showing that you have won this incredibly quick duel.
And I'm going to because I'm imagining like Namora like sitting flat in the ground, and her with her back up against my chest with the like spear like this, and then so I'm going to loosen, like I'm going to let the spear drop a little bit, and then just kiss her cheek very gently, and then before I let her up.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you kiss her cheek very gently, and as you begin to let her up, she flips around very quickly and sort of is now like, before you can fully stand up, she's essentially like sitting on your lap, and she immediately begins kissing you.
We make out in the dirt patch. Beautiful.
Yep.
After absolutely beautiful, poignant, stunning moment, after a couple of seconds, I pull back and say, "Ma'am, we are out in public. How scandalous." I kiss her again.
She halfway through that sentence, she just goes, "Stop talking," and puts her hand down your pants.
Okay, I imagine. Okay, so I am going.
She is attempting to fuck you in the dirt.
I am going to nix fucking in the dirt. We are going to at least go to a tent.
Cool. You're gonna have to physically drag her.
Yeah, I just pick her up. I just physically pick her up. Her hands can remain.
You are physically stronger than her. She is definitely shorter and slighter than you, so it happens.
And if there's not a convenient tent, we're just gonna go to the stables.
Yeah, I mean the stables is a good distance from here, so
okay.
There are convenient tents.
Okay, we're gonna go to a convenient tent.
You like go in and like right onto a table that was on the tent. There was like one leftover like servant as we like pan left, who was like putting a glass away, and was like, and then just like lifts the tent flap and
steps out,
like, I'm gonna go.
The Homer Simpson fading into a bush.
Very much so. Yes.
Right.
Excellent. I think that will be a good point to take our first break. Our break. We'll have a nice 15-minute break, and then when we get back, we will be at the ball. Perhaps there'll be some talking and dancing and frivoliting, and we do definitely know. Yes, and yes, we definitely know an introduction will be made.
Yes. We cut back to Nymora's quickie in the tent. Back to the dancing.
Like 2 hours into the ball, Nymora and wife both walk in, just like wearing
all disheveled.
Hair's disheveled.
But anyways.
But yes, you think go get food, get like water, bathroom, whatever you need. 15 minutes, and we will be back. See you soon.